Welcome to News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Tom Corliss here on the news for November 13th, 2020. The Walt Disney Company has released the Q4 earnings report for 2020, beating expectations with $14 billion in revenue, but still experiencing loss in the Disney Parks, Experiences, and Products segment, as a number of parks, such as Disneyland Resorts, are still shuttered. The Disney Parks sector experienced the most significant loss. The Disney Parks, Experiences, and Products revenues for the quarter decreased 61% to $2.6 billion, and segment operating results decreased $2.5 billion for a loss of $1.1 billion. Lower operating results for the quarter were due to decreases at both the domestic and international parks and experiences businesses. As a result of COVID-19, Disneyland Resort and the cruise line were closed for all of the current quarter. Shanghai Disney Resort reopened in May, while Walt Disney World Resort and Disneyland Paris reopened in mid-July, and Hong Kong Disneyland Resort was open for about 2 weeks at the beginning of the quarter and about 1 week at the end of the quarter. All the reopened parks and resorts operated at significantly reduced capacities during that quarter. Disney estimates the total net adverse impact of COVID-19 on segment operating income in the quarter was approximately $2.4 billion. In total, Disney estimates the net adverse impact of COVID-19 on the current quarter and the full year segment operating income across all businesses was approximately $3.1 billion and $7.4 billion respectively, inclusive of the impact at Parks, Experiences, and Products. If I haven't confused you yet, let's keep going with the finance stuff. For the first time in over 40 years, Disney reported an annual net loss. Disney reported fiscal fourth quarter losses Thursday of $710 million or 39 cents a share, its second consecutive quarterly loss on a GAAP basis. Disney had not previously reported a quarterly loss since April 2001, when a large charge for the shuttering of the Go.com online platform effort caused it to go into the red. For the full fiscal year, Disney recorded a GAAP net loss of $2.83 billion. Disney has not reported an annual GAAP loss in fact sheet records that date to 1980 and has not reported 2 consecutive quarterly losses on records dating back to 1996. Unprecedented times, right? Disney CEO Bob Chapek has confirmed that the Walt Disney World theme parks are currently operating at 35% capacity, increased from 25% capacity. Remember when we told you it was more than 25%, and some of you were like, no, they're not lying. Here they're admitting that they raised it some time ago. This was made possible due to innovations in attraction operations while maintaining health and safety guidelines, according to Disney. Examples of this include the installation of plexiglass dividers at most attractions, including Star Wars Rise of the Resistance and Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway at Hollywood Studios, which they've just started the process of. Early in October, Chapek had stated that the Walt Disney World theme parks were still capped at 25% capacity. Florida, of course, entered a full Phase 3 reopening in late September. However, face mask guidelines and social distancing protocols remain in place in Walt Disney World's parks and resorts, with the Disney Park Pass reservation system still being used to enter each park. It's currently unknown when exactly the parks transition to 35%, although we have, as we've told you many times, noticed a definite uptick in crowds and wait times in the past 6 to 8 weeks. Disney recently stated that table service restaurants had not increased capacity despite an accidental rollout of additional reservations. During the fiscal full year and Q4 2020 earning results webcast, the CFO, Christine McCarthy, indicated that the Disney Parks division anticipates Disneyland Resort will remain closed through the end of fiscal first quarter in 2021, or at least until January of 2021. This aligns with the current California state guidelines for reopening, as Orange County must reach the yellow minimal tier in order to reopen. Currently, Orange County is hovering within a moderate positivity rate, but needs a 2% positivity rate or less to reopen under yellow. Orange County must meet each metric and stay in that tier for 2 weeks before transitioning to a lower tier. During the webcast, Bob Chapek reiterated the company is extremely disappointed that the state of California continues to keep Disneyland Resort closed. Rumors of a Wreck-It Ralph attraction replacing Stitch's Great Escape in Tomorrowland at the Magic Kingdom have been around for a few years now. It was only this past March that a permit was filed for the demolition inside the building, and Disney finally announced that Stitch's Great Escape had permanently closed forever after we told you years ago that it had permanently closed. Now it seems work may be underway on the rumored attraction, with clear construction happening near the site. We noticed the small box hiding construction over at the former Stitch signage. That box is now significantly larger, which would indicate that some work is happening. This is directly outside the attraction entrance where Stitch's Great Escape's marquee once was. Prior to the park's closure, the queue for Stitch's Great Escape had been acting as Stitch's Alien Encounter, where guests could meet Stitch. Due to social distancing guidelines, meet and greets have been closed in the parks since March, when the parks closed. Next door, the Merchant of Venus gift shop, which exits the Stitch attraction exited into, has also been closed. However, now there are curtains blocking views inside the shop now from inside anti-gravity's and from the outside doors. So whether or not this means that something is actually happening remains to be seen. Of course, a Wreck-It Ralph attraction, again, highly rumored, pretty much guaranteed up until COVID. And even right after the closure, we saw those permits go through. It would be crazy to think if that close to the finish line of going from idea to actual project, that they would just throw that out forever. But it's unclear if it's going to resume now, the work on that, or if they're going to wait. Casey's Corner remains closed at the Magic Kingdom, though we had previously spotted social distancing markers in the inside seating area. To create more space for social distancing in the Emporium, though, some apparel displays have been moved into the Casey's Corner dining room. Then they've also removed those social distancing markers. This would lead us to believe that Casey's Corner will not be returning anytime soon, as Disney had hoped. I guess they changed their mind and decided it's just too cramped in there for social distancing. Magic Kingdom is offering up tons of holiday-themed treats this year. We've already tried a lot of those, including Christmas churros, tacos, and cupcakes. And now we're trying the Fa-La-La-La funnel cake. It's a powdered sugar funnel cake with strawberry topping, whipped cream, and holiday sprinkles. The Fa-La-La-La funnel cake is available at Sleepy Hollow in Liberty Square for $7.99, and it's really fun to say. And at Magic Kingdom, we've had our ups and downs when it comes to churros, but there was a new one to try, the sugar and spice churros. The churros come with eggnog and can be found at a snack cart near Cinderella Castle for $8. These Christmas cookie churros with icing are topped with holiday sprinkles and served with eggnog. And you can head on over to our website to read reviews of both of those treats, as well as all the other ones we reviewed up until now. If you're thirsty for a patriotic beverage or on the hunt for your next souvenir cup, Block & Hans at the American Adventure in Epcot has just the thing. It's a spiked frozen apple pie that's now available at the stand, served in a plastic mason jar featuring the Block & Hans logo. The cocktail includes Old Smoky apple pie moonshine, Minute Maid apple juice, and cinnamon. It sells for $15.50. For the budget conscious or alcohol adverse, you can ask for the frozen apple pie without moonshine or the mason jar. It's not on the menu, but we found out that it costs just $5.75. Head on over to the site for a full review of that drink. Affection section at Disney's Animal Kingdom will be reopening to guests this weekend, according to the attraction's webpage. Affection section's hours are again listed beginning Sunday, November 15th from 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. These hours are listed every day through January 20th, which is as far as the calendar is available at this time. Of course, Rafiki's Planet Watch reopened with the rest of the park in July, but Affection section remained closed. Guests could still observe the animals, mostly goats, through fences without petting them. Upon reopening, there will likely be a lower capacity limit in Affection section, as well as extra cleaning efforts to keep the area safe for both the humans and the special goats. If you've been following our Walt Disney World Resort hotel room tours, you might notice we've gone from animated comfort to Mediterranean luxury. In fact, this week we stayed at a preferred view 2-bedroom villa at Disney's Riviera Resort, and it's chock full of lavish design with just a touch of Disney magic. Head on over to WDWNT.com to see a walkthrough of the full room. And also, there's a video tour right here on YouTube. Christmas is fast approaching as we round out the second week in November. Walt Disney World Resorts have begun to put up their Christmas decorations, starting with Disney's Wilderness Lodge. As a reminder, last year's popular gingerbread cabin featuring Humphrey the Bear is not returning this year due to social distancing requirements. Just go with it. Every year, Disney's Wilderness Lodge puts up this massive Christmas tree at the very center of the rustic lobby. The tree, much like the resort, is themed to the Pacific Northwest and is covered in beautiful illuminated teepees. Wreaths, garland, and other Christmas time touches can be found throughout the building. You can tour the grounds of Wilderness Lodge and see all their rustic decorations in our YouTube video right here on our channel. Disney Park Pals collectors will want to get their hands on these new Park Pals Collect-A-Builds we found at the Disneyland Resort. Park Pals are figurines that can hold onto your bag, your jacket, or the Castle Tower stand they come with. However, these new Collect-A-Builds from the Park Pals line are a little different. Each mystery box contains one of 12 collectibles. They differ from the regular Park Pals because they aren't designed to hang on to their tower stand or anything for that matter. But you will spot some of the same characters, including the Haunted Mansion ghost released earlier this year. Each figurine comes in 2 different versions. The build part of the collector build is that each box also comes with a surprise attraction vehicle. In fact, the box itself can be folded into one of these vehicles. Series 1 includes a monorail train, the Kilimanjaro safari truck, which they misspelled on the box, the Peter Pan's Flight pirate ship, the Space Mountain rocket ship, and what they call a Disney Parks train because they want to sell it everywhere. We found these Park Pals collector builds at the World of Disney in downtown Disney District. They retail for $9.99 each. The Happy Fair with Baymax starts January 13th at Tokyo Disneyland, and the Oriental Land Company has revealed some of the Baymax-centric merchandise, in addition to the line already available for the Happy Ride with Baymax's grand opening that'll go on sale for this special event. All these items will be available starting January 8th through the Tokyo Disney Resort app, as well as in stores. However, which stores have yet to be determined. Head on over to our site to see them all. It's too much to mention here. With the news that the Happy Fair with Baymax will start on January 13th, also came the announcement of new food offerings that will be available, mostly in Tomorrowland. Head on over to our site to check out all of those as well. Some of them are pretty cool, and some of them arrive beginning December 26th. For more information on these stories and more, head on over to WDWNT.com. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, The Vacationeer, the engineers of your next magical vacation. Sit back and let their team of vacation planning experts craft your family's next magical Disney trip. The best part, their services are free. Hotel, park tickets, dining, and more. Visit WDWNT.travel for details. The Vacationeer, the official travel agency of WDWNT. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to like this video, subscribe to WDW News Today on YouTube for more great content, and click the bell for notifications. Also, make sure to hit select all notifications so you never miss an episode. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Tom Corliss saying enjoy the rest of your today and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Sounds like the Robins are trying to get a boarding group for Rise of the Resistance. What time is it? 7 a.m., of course, when you should be up trying to get a ride reservation for an attraction. In celebration of this groundbreaking ride, and as well the incredibly difficult process of getting on it, we have a new t-shirt at the Carousel of Products, which says Rise, Resist, Repeat. It has the rising suns on it. It's got the thing that looks like a droid, all sorts of fun, and of course there's an asterisk which leads you to all this great legalese on the back, a nod to how fun it is to book a boarding group for this attraction. Available now at carouselofproducts.com, along with some of our other newer merchandise, including the Ohana Means Noodles t-shirt and our WDW News Tonight logo apparel and merchandise. All of it available again at carouselofproducts.com, and don't forget the promo code FAB5, which allows you to save $5 on orders of $50 or more. Have a great, big, beautiful day and get your shirt right away.